Oscar De La Hoya is proposing what he calls as the biggest event in boxing history to Floyd Money Mayweather. Make sure that y'all watch the whole video so y'all can hear exactly what Oscar De La Hoya is asking Floyd Mayweather. Hit my like button, sub to the channel. Could this really go down? This weekend, we got Ryan Garcia making his return versus Javier Fortuna. So his promoter, Mr. Golden Boy himself, Oscar De La Hoya, he's been going around doing, a lot of interviews, right? And the fight that's been circulating around the boxing world is Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis, if Ryan Garcia can get past Javier Fortuna this weekend. Now, I do expect Ryan Garcia to get past Javier Fortuna this weekend, but I think this is a fight that we're going to really be able to learn a lot from Ryan Garcia, and we're going to be able to really see if Ryan Garcia is ready to step in there with Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, we know that this fight has been talked about for some years now. Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby and the whole TMT team, plus Gervonta Tank Davis, this has been the number one fight that's been on their mind that they want. Now, it's been a whole bunch of conflicting stories on why this fight didn't happen before. If you ask Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, it looks like that Ryan Garcia pulled out of the fight. If you ask Ryan Garcia and people behind the scenes over there, they'll tell you that Oscar De La Hoya said that Ryan Garcia wasn't ready. Everybody that was around and promote Ryan Garcia, they was telling him that he wasn't ready for a Gervonta Tank Davis fight. So if you have a promoter, your promoter needs to give the okay for you to get the fight. Ryan Garcia don't run nothing in his career. Ryan Garcia can tell you whatever he want to tell you, but if it's not okay by Oscar De La Hoya, it ain't happening. And we know that Oscar De La Hoya is going to protect his prized possession. Ryan Garcia is the biggest name that Oscar De La Hoya has over there on Golden Boy Promotions ever since he lost Canelo Alvarez. Now, what do y'all think it'd do to Golden Boy Promotions and Oscar De La Hoya's pocket in his investment if he let Ryan Garcia a year or two ago? Back then, if he had to let Ryan Garcia go in there and get knocked clean, smooth the hell out by Gervonta Davis, we wouldn't be talking about Ryan Garcia. Whatever fight that Ryan Garcia got going on this weekend with Javier Fortuna, we wouldn't be talking about it. He probably wouldn't even be fighting Javier Fortuna. No telling what Ryan Garcia would be doing. So, I think that Oscar De La Hoya was protecting his prized possession. Now, Oscar De La Hoya says that Ryan Garcia is ready. After this weekend, after he knocks out Javier Fortuna, Oscar De La Hoya has been calling for Gervonta Tank Davis, as well as Ryan Garcia has been calling for Gervonta Tank Davis. But it gets a lot better. Oscar De La Hoya is back at it again. Oscar De La Hoya, some of y'all call him Oscar De La Fishnets, whatever y'all want to call him. He's calling for a rematch with Floyd Money Mayweather, and he wants to do it on the same card as Gervonta Tank Davis. He's saying, come on, Floyd, let's make it happen. You know you didn't beat me. You know you got a gift decision from the judges. Let's make it happen. Let's do the rematch, and let's do it all on the same night, the same card, and let's make history in boxing. Let's make an even bigger event than you and Manny Pacquiao was. Now, this got me thinking, could this really go down? Would they really be able to put this together? But if you look at Oscar De La Hoya, Oscar De La Hoya is weighing, he look like he might be 200 pounds right now. How would they make that fight a rematch between Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya with the weight discrepancies? You feel me? But Oscar De La Hoya, he's never been able to let the loss to Floyd Mayweather go. It's like he's been bitter over that ever since 2007 when he got his ass beat by Floyd Mayweather. And no, Floyd Mayweather didn't get a gift decision. You know, you can't win rounds throwing a whole bunch of fast pity-pat punches and Floyd Mayweather's in the corner blocking all the shots. Floyd Mayweather was landing the cleaner, more effective shots. Yeah, Oscar De La Hoya was throwing a lot of shots, but he wasn't landing most of them. So if you know boxing, you know. And you also know, like I said, Oscar De La Hoya has been bitter ever since that night on 2007, right? When he lost to Floyd, now Money Mayweather. If Oscar De La Hoya could convince Floyd Mayweather to rematch him, right, at a catchweight, and then have that on the same night as Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, do y'all know how huge that event would do? Like, that event might come close to Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. Even with all of the pay-per-view streaming that we have, imagine how much the tickets for the event would be. I mean, you would have all the stars there. And I'm bringing up stars because those are the ones that's gonna pay for $50,000, $60,000, you know, front row seats. And trust me, that's what they gonna charge if they put on an event like that. The gate for that event will be outrageous. I mean, and like I said, I mean, boxing, shit, it's becoming entertainment anyway. You feel me? We see that the best don't never want to fight the best. These guys want to pick and choose who they fight. So make an event, entertain, you know, Floyd Mayweather versus Oscar De La Hoya. Put it on the same card as Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. You feel me? And I think that'll be an amazing event. I wouldn't go to it, but I definitely want to watch it. You feel me? It'll be an amazing event that you're gonna draw in all of the casual fans. Fans that don't even care about boxing is gonna watch that. Like I said, you're gonna bring in all of the who's who of the biggest superstars in Hollywood, right? You're gonna have the Denzel Washingtons, the Shaquille O'Neal, the Rock. I mean, John Cena, whoever is gonna be at that event, whoever you can think of to name, they gonna come out and they gonna show out at that event. All of the rappers, all of the rock stars, everybody gonna come to that event, you know. And you're gonna have two great fights on that night, right? That's the only fights you really need to have. You could flood the undercard with just a whole bunch of Rudy Poots, right? Because people ain't gonna show up into the co-main event and the main event, right? But the thing is, if you do put on an event like this, who would be the main event? Would it be Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather? Or will it be Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia? Who would be the main event? Can they put an event like this on? I mean, boxing is really due for a huge mega event. And Floyd Mayweather, he might be the one that could come back and do it. We know that he loves the spotlight. We know that Oscar De La Hoya loves the spotlight. They both love the spotlight. This is right up Floyd Mayweather's alley, right? The only thing, like I said, is the weight discrepancy. And is Floyd Mayweather willing to do it? Because you could definitely pay both of these fighters, Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, you know what I'm saying? They could at least both get $50 million. You know what I'm saying? And then pay Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. They gonna get a big bag. This is a huge event. You know, seems like Oscar De La Hoya's last cry to get a rematch with Floyd Mayweather. I don't see it happening. But if it does happen, like I said, this is a huge event, right? So yeah, once again, like I said, Oscar De La Hoya is once again challenging Floyd Mayweather to a rematch. But this time he's saying, hey, let's make the biggest event in boxing history. Me against you in the rematch and Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Let's make it happen, Floyd. Let's do it, Floyd. Now, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Y'all let me know if something like this could ever go down. And y'all let me know if Floyd Mayweather would agree to this. Hit my like button, sub to the channel, and y'all already know what it is. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.